guys, it's Peanut and Ice Cream Bar. You haven't seen a face like this in a while, right? Can't see my hand, like this. Hey. Yeah, I realized I haven't done a video with an actual doll near me in a long time, so I'm doing it. So today, I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking on for a while, or should I say, dreaming on. This video the idea for it came to me in a dream. I dreamt I was at this amazing convention with my friend, and there were all these beautiful things that I wanted to purchase, and there were BJDs there, and they were just gorgeous and amazing and beautiful. Beautiful face-ups, beautiful sculpts, shoes, and everything. It was, it's beautiful, wonderful, I loved it. And everything was $200. Which is an amazing price for a really beautiful full set SD, like what? And of course I woke up, so I didn't get to spend any of my dream money that I had, but that's okay, because it gave me a really interesting insight into my own psyche. Point is, I've been thinking about recently, why my collection? Why has it formed the way that it has? Why have I brought home these specific characters, and why have some of them stayed and others not so much? I know that this prompt, I'm gonna call it, gets thrown around a lot, like, why, explain your collection, and I've answered those kinds of questions before, but I really wanted to just dive a little deeper into what my collection is, and how, and who, and And there were two things that I think really stand out to me, and possibly to others as well. The first one being the most obvious, and that is that all of my dolls are male-ish. I mean, like, this guy right here, it's not a male body, but that's just so he doesn't have boobs. Isn't that right, buddy? You don't want boobs. Boob. With a Z. Boobs. I think a lot of that has to do with what I like to call residual yaoi syndrome. And I'm sure some of you are familiar with this, and this whole illness and its effects. And basically, what it is during your formative years, you may have been obsessed, as I was, with shonenai and yaoi to some extent. Now let me just clarify, when I say yaoi, I mean like yaoi. I mean not like just regular ships, I mean like actual porn. Right? Are we understanding the definition of yaoi that I'm familiar with? Because yes, there's shonenai, which is a romantic story involving two boys, or there's yaoi, which is not really a story, it's just porn with just the lightest little sprinkling of a plot. Or maybe not even that. Anyway, moving on from that, I mean, I was mostly interested in shonenai, and then, you know, you're on the internet, and you just happen to come across some yaoi, and you just kinda, oh, the joys of being a young teen. Anyway, you're obsessed with that in your formative years, you grow out of it, or maybe you don't. I grew out of that phase of my life and moved on to other different things. However, that does not just go away. It doesn't just disappear forever conveniently like maybe you want it to. I definitely have this, because I will notice I'll be like writing something, like I'm gonna write a short story, and you get to the end and you reread it and you're like, oh my gosh, all the characters are men. How did and there's no romance, there's not even any romantic tension, there's not even any innuendo, and all of a sudden you're just like, why are they all men? They're not. The world is not only populated by men. How did this happen? And for me, it's like frustrating that keeps happening, and I definitely think that has influenced the collection that I've gotten. It's very subconscious. You don't think about doing it, it's just all of a sudden, oh, they're all men. Should use these guys as weights. Skip the gym. I'm just kidding, I don't go to a gym. It's so bright right now, but it's actually not bright. It's dark in my room. So I don't know what's happening. There's also the idea that a lot of the authors that I tend to read and reread a lot are male authors, just circumstance that just happens to be how it is. So I have a male voice in my head a lot when I'm writing. And I think all of those things kind of combined together a little bit formed the collection that I have right now. Wow, heavy, so heavy. Why are you so heavy? Oh, it's a good face. The other thing that's maybe less noticeable from just viewing standpoint is that all of my characters, except for one, tend to have this sort of supernatural and often creepy aspect to them. I'm just gonna run through them really quickly without much regard to my own dignity, so some of these are going to sound, and in fact be, very, very stupid. These are all going to be the original backstories of these characters, so yikes. Here we go. Daichi has magical amnesia because he was supposed to turn into a magical raving super beast that ate people because of a magical STD. Don't you love the characters you created 10 years ago and you're like, that sure happened in my brain. Citrus right here, he's an alien who came to Earth as a tiny little thing and then grotesquely morphed into a human in somebody's basement. And now he's all like, happy colors, hooray! Let's see. Mene is some kind of, like, creepy death spirit thing who thought he was a serial killer and then he wasn't, and then he died, and then he took over some other person's body as a spirit and then turned that person into himself and then is like, oh shoot, accidentally killed somebody. Darn it, that was not the plan, guys. Casper, Mene's brother, he is just generally just creepy and gross and like ran around being nasty and then found out how to make another person out of himself. Not the normal way, not the sperm and egg way, but like the voodoo magic way, and he did, and that was Stefan, and then they fell in love, so he basically just fell in love with himself, sort of. They look nothing alike, so I guess there's that they have going for them, but it's a weird relationship. It's just, in general, just kind of gross and creepy. Let's see. We have Chelsea, who's like a demon-y thing, and then Thobias, who's like a demon-y thing, and this is the demon-y thing hand. Apparently. You're not seeing that because I'm doing it down here, but we have Allie, who summoned Thobias, who is a demon-y thing, and Allie even has a demon-y thing that lives inside his body. It's like little trapped in there. It's like, ah, I'm in your body, let me out, ah! That is exactly what that story is like. Yes, spoiler alert. We have Abby, who is way too complicated for me to try and explain. I literally tried a bunch of times, and it just was taking way too long, so we're gonna skip him, and you're just gonna have to trust me that his story was originally a straight up horror story, so meh. We got Tib, who's supposed to be managing all these freaks, right? His life must suck. We got Lemon, let's try that again. We got Lemon, magical gender changes, also cannibalistic serial killer, but other than that, like, super nice, so. And then of course we got Herbert West, who, I mean, like, he doesn't even like you unless you're a corpse, or you can get him free corpses, or you can, like, cut off your hand and give it to him. You can sew eyeballs on it, bring it to life, it'll run around, be your little hand pet. Yeah, that's his deal. That's what he does with his time. Oh, Herbert. You. I think that's everybody except for Muno. Muno is the only one of my characters in doll form who does not have that in his backstory. It's very interesting. I'm like, why are you here? Oh my gosh. Oh, my left arm is not strong. Look at my arms. They're not strong. And I'm sweating. I'm sweating from holding this. Citrus. So anyway, that was my fun little exploration into why my collection. I just thought it would be fun to look a little deeper into that instead of just saying, oh, I'm a writer and my characters and photography. That's all well and good. That's also a reasons why I have mine. But, you know, it was fun to just get all the dirt. I really wish that fruit fly had not landed in my breakfast smoothie. So anyway, thank you for watching, and if y'all have stuff to say about your own collections, I would love to hear about it. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Hey, it's Pino again. I just was noticing as I was editing this video that I don't feel like I was really clear about the why I have so many male dolls thing. I feel like it kind of came off that I was frustrated that I don't have any female dolls. Sometimes I do really wish that I had some. Definitely help me rationalize why I need to buy a bunch more dolls. I'd be like, but I have all these men and only one woman, and I need more. I need to make it even now, and now I'll buy 6 dolls, and it would just, that wouldn't be great. And the other thing is, at this, you can probably hear my dishwasher that is running now, so hooray. But at this point, you know, I kind of noticed that I had this whole, all my characters that I'm getting in doll form are male. I noticed that a couple years ago, around the time when I was getting Lemon, and I just kind of found it hilarious, and still kind of find it hilarious that that happened and developed like that. So at this point, even though I have female characters that I would love to shell into BJDs, I'm just kind of running with it and seeing how far I can go in this hobby, in this collection thing that I'm doing, with only having male dolls, just like working around that in silly and ridiculous ways, like Lemon, for example. So that is all I have to say now. Thank you for watching. Bye!